Hi, welcome to the site. We're going to do a very brief walkthrough showing you how some of the controls work and a little tiny bit about the contents, and just to get you started quickly. Here you see a replication of the home page, and if you look up here at the top, you'll see a navigation bar that's intended to support site-wide navigation. There's lots of contents here, hundreds of pages, and this is the organizing scheme for that. The site drop-down shows 4 pages that are form a group. We call them a thread. And in this thread, there's a home page, a site map, site demo, and site design, all about the structure of the site. And you'll want to visit them shortly after viewing this video. There are tracks that the site focuses on. Basic track is just, basic software engineering kinds of things. Then we focus on C++, the Rust programming language, and C#. We have a little bit of material on C#, lots of material on C++ and Rust. We're planning a web development track that's really not even started. It just has one placeholder page. And a design track, again, software engineering kind of focus on that, and so on. One of the main things the site has is a whole series of repositories, about 100 of them, with lots of C++ code, lots of C# code, lots of Rust code, a little tiny bit of C# code. The code consists of demonstration programs and reusable components, and in a few cases, fully complete utilities and things like that. There are things called stories that are focus areas. So, for example, we have a story about C++, a story about Rust, and so on. We'll get more into that in a couple of minutes and in later pages too. There's resources that aren't part of the stories or other threads, just kind of standalone things, a video page, presentation page. There's material on conferences, of interest in those programming areas, and so on. And the drop downs, these details drop downs show individual pages for design and so on. There's a series of blogs. I haven't done much blogging lately. These mostly came from my Syracuse University website, but each one of them has a bunch of drop downs, and sometime we'll do a video on that. These keys, Prev and Next, allow you to walk up and down a thread of pages. So this page is in this thread of 4 pages, and the Prev and Next keys allow us to go back and forth between those pages. On the bottom, there are a set of buttons here that focus more on in-page navigation. Keys shows you keyboard things you can use, shortcuts to quickly move around the site. And for tablet users that don't have a keyboard, you can go and just pull this up and press on those to get the same results. There's an About section that describes, what this page is and what it was last modified. And the sections illustrates, various areas in this page. We're going to move to one in just a second. There's a Pages button that shows all of the pages in this current thread. Now, for this one, it isn't all that important, but for larger threads that might have 15 or 20 or 25 pages, you don't necessarily want to navigate around with them with Prev and Next keys. You can just pull up this pages and click on whichever page you want to go to. This too has a Prev and Next key. They do the same thing as this Prev and Next. I tend to use these when I'm using a laptop or desktop, and I tend to use these when I'm using my tablet So, and I've tried to design the site so it works well with tablets as well as desktops and so on. So that's a quick view of the controls. Let's just say a couple of comments about some of the content. So if we jump down to the stories link, it shows you a diagram of what I call stories in bytes. So the story, so here's a story group or a story repository that holds a linked set of pages, for example, about C++ or Rust or whatever. And this just lets you navigate back and forth. And the idea of a story is it covers basically the whole topic in some detail in kind of a continuous e-bookish sort of way. At this lower level are what I call bytes. And these are intended to be a bite-sized piece out of one of the stories that focuses on one particular feature. So if the story is about Rust, it might focus on safety, a particular feature of the language, okay? And so that's what these bytes do. And they too are a linked list of pages, so you can use prev and x keys to jump between the bytes, and you can pull up the pages menu and look at all the pages in the bytes, okay? So that's the quick overview of everything. So I hope you'll enjoy using the site and come back and visit us often. So with that, let's say goodbye for now.